The night I caught my wife cheating, I wasn't supposed to be home. Her car was in the driveway. Lights were on upstairs. And as I stepped out of my car, I heard something that made my chest tighten. Laughter. A man's voice. Coming from inside my house. Inside my bedroom. For a moment, I stood there frozen. Because your mind does something strange when it's about to break. It tries to protect you. Tells you, you're wrong. You're overthinking. There's an explanation. But deep down, I already knew. What I didn't know was that when I opened that door, my life wasn't just about to fall apart. It was about to be exposed. Because my wife wasn't the only one hiding something. Neither was I. Before I tell you what happened next, let me ask you something. If you caught your partner cheating, would you expose them immediately, or would you stay silent? Knowing you had secrets too? Tell me in the comments. And if you love powerful stories filled with betrayal, tension, and unexpected twists, make sure you subscribe to Broken Vows Stories, because this story doesn't go the way you think. My name is Ethan, and for 8 years, Rachel and I were what people called that couple, the stable one, the strong one, the example. We had a house, careers, routines, but what people saw was not what we lived, because the truth is, we weren't happy. We were comfortable, and comfort can be dangerous, because it hides problems instead of fixing them. It didn't happen overnight. It never does. It started with small things, less talking, more scrolling, dinner without conversation, laughter that felt forced. We still lived together, but emotionally, we had already started drifting apart, like two people sharing space, but not life. 6 months before that night, I met Vanessa. First, it was nothing, just conversation. She listened, really listened, the way Rachel used to, and that's how it starts. Not with intention, but with attention. One conversation turned into many. Messages became calls. Calls became meetings. And before I could stop it, I was living a second life. I told myself lies. The same lies everyone tells. It's just temporary. It doesn't mean anything. It's not hurting anyone. But deep down, I knew the truth. I wasn't just cheating. I was escaping. A week before that night, Rachel left her phone on the kitchen counter. It lit up, just for a second. A name I didn't recognize. And a message. Same time tonight? I remember staring at it, thinking, this doesn't look right. But I didn't open it, because deep down, I didn't want the truth yet. Looking back, Rachel had changed too. Late nights, phone always face down, short responses. But I didn't question it, because guilt makes you blind. And I was guilty. That night, I came home early. No warning, no call, just instinct. And when I heard that voice upstairs, everything inside me shifted. As I stood in the hallway, I heard something else. Not just voices, movement, soft, close, familiar. The kind of sound you recognize instantly, but wish you didn't. And in that moment, my body already knew what my mind was still denying. Every step felt heavy, like I was walking towards something I couldn't undo. My hand rested on the bedroom door. And for a moment, I almost turned back, because not knowing felt easier. But truth doesn't wait forever. So I opened the door. My hand was on the door, but I didn't open it immediately, because I realized something terrifying. Once I opened that door, there was no going back, no pretending, no fixing, just truth. And sometimes, truth is the most painful thing you can face. Rachel was there, with another man, in our bed, and in that moment, everything stopped. No shouting, no chaos, just silence. She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she didn't panic. She looked at me and asked one question. How long? When Rachel asked, how long? I thought she meant him, but she didn't. She meant Vanessa. And the moment she said her name, everything inside me dropped. Because this wasn't just betrayal. This was exposure. At first, I didn't understand. Then she said it again. How long have you been cheating? And suddenly, The room changed, because this wasn't just betrayal. It was reflection. Rachel had known. For weeks, she found messages, receipts, patterns, and instead of confronting me, she mirrored me. We didn't just hurt each other that night. We realized something worse. We had been hurting each other for months, without saying a word. We thought we were hiding, but we were just waiting for the moment everything would break. And that moment was now. We sat down that night, not as husband and wife, but as two people finally telling the truth. Raw, unfiltered, painful. We didn't cheat because we stopped loving each other. We cheated because we stopped choosing each other. Love doesn't disappear overnight. It fades, quietly, until one day, you realize you've been living beside a stranger. That night could have ended everything. And maybe it should have. But something unexpected happened. We didn't walk away. We chose to stay. Not out of fear, not out of habit, but because we finally saw the truth. It wasn't easy. It wasn't quick. But for the first time in years, we were honest. Weeks later, Rachel asked me something I still think about. If we had talked earlier, do you think any of this would have happened? I didn't answer, because some questions don't have answers. Only consequences. Betrayal didn't destroy us. It exposed us. And sometimes, that's what you need. I thought catching my wife cheating would be the end of my marriage, but it turned out, it was the moment we finally saw the truth.